Welcome to the show, everyone. I love my show, and I love it because everybody gets to talk about themselves while they're on my show. We're live on Facebook, so I do want to say hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We're going to share the show later on. My first guest, I got a couple of newbies with me right now. I have with me Gina R. Smith. She's the owner of Gina R. Smith Coaching and Advisory Services. Welcome to the show. You're also an author. You wrote a compilation of different authors that you have a book that we're going to talk about. Welcome to the show. I want you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and why you got into what you do.
Hey Carol, thank you so much first for inviting me to the show. I'll try to make it short. I am a military brat. I served for 5 years in the U.S. Air Force. I served some time as a military wife. So the military plays a big part in my life. After my military services, I entered corporate. I spent about 6 years in human resources. And then I entered sales. I'm the most unlikely salesperson who entered sales, much to my surprise, and ended up spending the next 27 years of my life as a salesperson and as a regional sales director. And what I loved about selling is it's a people business. It's a relationship business. And it's where in all of my leadership roles, including the military, I've always been a coach rather than a boss, rather than a manager. And loving to work with people in their own way, with their own talents, learning how to communicate with people who maybe were, when I was in the military, I was very young, who were much older than me, but I needed them to cooperate and work for me and with me. So as I was considering leaving my corporate career, I thought about what would I like to do after that. I didn't want to just sit down and watch TV. So that was the impetus for me to become a coach. I did some work with a coach, and after that I was even more excited that coaching was something I would love to do because it helps people. I partner with people to help them really take themselves back and their lives back.
Well, first of all, thank you for your service and thank you for being on the show. I do want to talk a little bit about your book because the book is you said it's a compilation of services of several authors. I want to say it that way. Several authors that have written this book. It's Mission Possible, and I want you to talk a bit about it and what your part was in it.
Yes, this is a book. We're all women authors, and we wrote it. Our audience was women entrepreneurs who are starting businesses and really combining our various skills and talents about how they could also be successful. My chapter of the book is called Your Health is Your Wealth. And it's an underlying philosophy of what I do with people when I coach with them, because we forget ourselves. And just your health is your wealth. And if you lose that, what does the money mean? What does the success mean? What does the effort mean if you don't have your health?
I totally agree. Now, we've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered in to win a copy of the book. And our number here is 602-277-5369. And toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. I'm going to look so everybody can see it up there on Facebook. And it's successful women entrepreneurs sharing step-by-step how to become one. And we've got our lines open here. So our number here is 602-277-5369. And I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. You can check her out on her website, which is GinaRSmith.com. And she works worldwide. You're also rated with the Better Business Bureau. And what you said before you came on, I wrote it down, everything starts with a conversation. And you do a 30-minute consultation with people. You do a free one. Let's talk what you mean about that.
Okay. Well, one, I'm a people person. I know that sounds corny, and I'm a relationship person. So I need to have a relationship with you and you with me before we enter a working relationship. So the purpose of the 30-minute consultation is really so I can get to know you, you can get to know me, I can understand what's happening in your life, where you might like help. And then am I the person that can bring help to you? Sometimes I'm not, and I'm happy to say, I'm not probably the right person for you, but I know Carol, and I want to connect
Everyone knows Carol. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just had to do that.
Just as an example, I want to connect you with this other person who I think can serve you better.
Right.
But it's really a point of getting to know people before I start to sell to them. And that happens a lot, and I find that really distasteful.
Yeah,
So-
well, I think it's important, but the kind of coach, that's what I wanna ask you, what kind of people that you are looking to work with?
So my key audience are the vast number of people who are either burned out or headed toward burnout, and where their job has become their life. And the other pieces of life, your health, your wellness, relationships, fun, have fallen to the side because all you do is work.
How many people can relate to that?
A lot.
We just said that together.
I was that person, so I know what that's like. I know what it feels like. I know what the stress level is like. I know what the emptiness is like. And most of the people I work with are very high achievers, so we don't stop. We're the people who get things done. You make a great income because you're one of the people that gets things done, and you burn yourself out, and there's no relief for it, and you've convinced yourself that's how you have to live.
Now, the book that she was an author, she has written, one of her chapters in the book is Mission Possible, Successful Women Entrepreneurs Sharing step by step how to become one yourself. So we've got our lines open here, and our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free is 1-866-536-1100. Maybe it's you. Maybe you know somebody, who's burnt out, who really, and you said it best, your wealth is your health. And you might be making a lot of money, but if you're not well, what's it really all mean, right?
Exactly.
So you can call in here. We're gonna let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Check her out on her website. It's Gina R. Smith.com. She does work worldwide, and that's what Zoom has made it possible for
Yes.
everybody to be able to do like that. You're also rated with the Better Business Bureau. I wanted to also ask you, how does your sales training though, how does that fit when it comes to you being a coach?
Okay, so they're kind of two separate things, or they might be the same thing if the person I'm working with is a salesperson. I have an affiliation with a sales training company. We have an online training product that I partner with coaching. So what happens often is people take sales jobs and then they think they don't like selling because they don't get much training or support. Our companies provide training, but there's no support to integrate it. So what we do is, here are just some basic steps of selling, no matter what you're selling. Here's some coaching to make sure you're understanding that and that you're applying it so that you can increase sales for yourself and for your company.
So you're not only with somebody who might necessarily be burnt out, but that wants to do better.
Yes.
Right? So check her out on her website. It is GinaRSmith.com. She's rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call in here and get entered in to win the book. It is 602-277-5369.